Cues are given to assist performers with entrances. They are most often given after a long series of rests, when a performer or section enters for the first time in a musical work, when a soloist enters, or simply to reassure a performer. Cues can be given with either hand or with the eyes, and are usually given outside of the normal gesture box. Just like all gestures, cues must be prepared. It does very little good to simply throw out your arm at a performer and expect them to react to it. In order to prepare a cue, you must first get the eye contact of the receivers of the cue, and sometimes eye contact is all it takes. There would be no cue gesture necessary. A right-hand cue quite often looks like a reaching out to the ensemble. This cue is given as part of the beat pattern. The cue itself is larger than the other gestures within the beat pattern. It's given outside of the normal gesture box of the beat pattern, and it doesn't interrupt the beat pattern. Like all cues, the right-hand cue is prepared one beat before the entrance and delivered on the beat of the entrance. However, most cues are given with the left hand. The left hand, not having a baton in it, is more expressive, and it can have a wider variety of cues. In order to gain eye contact, you must first prepare the ensemble and get the ensemble's attention. To do this, you may just raise your left hand high in the gesture box a few beats before the cue is to be given. This gesture says, "Look at me, something is going to change." And it gets the eye contact of the performers. A good baseline left-hand cue could be structured in this way. Form your thumb and fingers into a sort of circle. Identify the ictus of the prep beat of the cue with a flick or click of the left-hand wrist. Pull the arm back towards your body. Return to that ictus point. Part your thumb and fingers and rebound. In real time, this gesture looks like this. You can soften that gesture by turning the hand over on the ictus point. This is a very welcoming gesture to the performers and looks like this in real time. To give a stronger left-hand cue, you might show the back of the hand to the ensemble members. Prepare this cue in the same way you prepared the other cues, but when you arrive to the ictus point and part the fingers, produce a full stop on the ictus point with no rebound. And in real time, this cue looks like this. You may have noticed that in all of these left-hand cues, I keep my fingers together. I don't allow them to separate out or splay out like this when I give the cue. You may also notice that these gestures look a lot like preparatory beats, and in fact, the same guidelines that rule prep beats pertain to cues. All cues must match the style of the music, and this means that you will need to develop a wide variety of preps, ictus points, and rebounds. The essential aspects of producing a successful cue are: first, gain the eye contact of the receiver of the cue. Then, several beats before the cue is actually to be given, get your left hand up high. Once you have the eye contact, go ahead and prepare the cue one count before the entrance and deliver the cue on the count of the entrance in the right style to match the music.